Hello everyone, my name is Karen and I wanted to come on and do a unboxing video on my Plum Paper Planner that just came in the mail today. I'm very excited. I don't know why I'm excited because I'm not a planner, but I think I'm excited. You know, you get that excitement to get a box in the mail. It's like, yay, it's here. I kind of think that's what it is, but also partly because, you know, I'm getting into the swing of being more organized and adulting more. So I'm hoping that this is gonna bring about some positivity in the hectic parts of my life. So before we get started, I know y'all see these nails. Yes, I need to fill in. Just look over that, sister, if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate it. Your girl is gonna get her nails done on another day. Anyway, so I ordered the planner and I haven't unboxed it yet. Here it is. It is still sealed. I'm very excited to open this and I am excited to see how I'm going to use it. I also, right after I ordered the planner, I figured I needed something to hold the pen with because I looked at a few unboxing videos and one of the things that people harped on is that they didn't have somewhere to put the pen. So I went back on the website and ordered a pen holder thingy and a little book stopper. Not a book stopper, it's like a bookmark, the dashboard deal. So I got that in here. But before I unbox those, I'm going to hold you in suspense. And I wanted to give you a little bit of history on my planning habits. If you see this little thing right here, this is Susan. She is my elephant. She is my friend. She will stay here. Anyway, so I first started planning when I was maybe 8 or 9. And I know a lot of you may say, oh, she's a pro. She's been doing it for X amount of years. No. So when I was 8 or 9, I would take the little, I don't know if you guys remember, I'm going to age myself. There are these little plastic mini calendar things that came in the mail with checkbooks. So I would take my mom's calendars because she never used them when her checks came in. And I would write like church services, I would write school times. My siblings and I were required to be in after school activities. So I would write those things in there, but never look back at it. Just write it down and then throw the thing in my room somewhere and not even worry about it. So that's where my planning started. But as an adult, I have learned that it is very important to know, to be able to brain dump some information and not have to necessarily, categorize everything in your brain about appointments and your family and school assignments and all this other stuff. So I wanted to try and start planning. I did a little research years ago and decided bullet journaling was where I wanted to be. I'm a writer, so I'm very creative and I love, trying to draw. I can't draw. My stick figures look like they're on crack, but I like trying to draw. And that's important in bullet journaling. You have to create your entire world in the entire spread. So I decided to buy this bullet journal or this bulleted page journal from Walmart like 3 or 4 years ago. And I was like, boom, I'm going to be a bullet journaler. This is my life now. I'm so happy. Yeah, so I'm going to show y'all this. So this was my worry tree because I'm extra. And I'm not going to read this to you, but if you would like to pause frame on your video and look at that, that's my worry tree. This was my index of everything I was going to include in this bullet journal. I was so just ready to be great. This is some of the information for writing a book that I'm working on, the steps. So once I start with the idea, then I color that block in when I'm done. I do this, I color that block in, that's the process. All these blocks will be colored in until I found a publisher. And these are all basically trackers. This is me trying to learn another language. I think I wanted to learn French here. So find the language that you want to learn and then listen to it on TV and download apps. That's basically what all this is. I am pretty good with ASL. I'm not a beginner, but I'm not fluent. So I wanted to become fluent, ASL boss. So I mapped out all these little steps to get to where I wanted to be. And I would color them in once I completed them. This was my weight loss tracker. I'm actually proud of this one, even though I never used it. Your girl is still somewhere over here. So I haven't even hit this goal yet. But anyway, this was my tracker. Once I hit the weight, I color it in, and this is the goal weight. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Little scale, looks like a scale. All right, as you can see, my debt payment, this page is blank. Budget, this page is blank. Family vacations, blank. So vocabulary words, I'm an avid reader And very often, and you may look at these words and say, oh, I know what that is, but not for me. Very often I come across words where I don't know, I've never seen them, I don't know what they are. So I write them down, and then I take a moment and look them up and try to incorporate them into my vocabulary. So this is how I build my personal vocabulary. This is my library. I have an actual library, but this one is mobile. It's easier to carry around. I have about 700 books in my office, but I haven't written all the titles down. These are all ones that I want to try to read. So I take the spine and write the name of the books down and then highlight them when I've read them. And what I like doing is when I meet people, I'll give them this. When I did carry this with me, I'll give them this journal and say, if you could only take 3 books with you to a desert island that you could, read only those books for the rest of your life, what would those books be? And I want them to write these in here so I can go and read these books, and just to keep my library fresh. I don't want to just read things that I'm interested in. I want to read everything. And these quotes were just something I found very awesome. Think before you speak, read before you think. And books are a unique portable magic. Stephen King, GOAT. So this was the beginning of my month. This was March. I'm gonna try to speed through this. This was me trying to be cute and creative. Don't quit, do it. You get it? And this is where I would put the vocabulary words. I do like 2 or 3 words a month. Well, yeah, 2 or 3 words a month. Write the word in there, write the definition, and then go in this box. So I am trying to learn more about my African American history. I think that is very important for all of us to know. So every month I pick a person. This month was going to be Toni Morrison. Unfortunately, she has passed, RIP. And I write a quote here, or I put a picture of that person here, and then I'll do a little research and write something about them. It doesn't have to be, I know a lot of you may look at this and say you're giving yourself, an essay. Again, I'm a writer, so this is nothing to me. And it's fun to know, the people who came before me. This was my habit tracker. I have reading, prayers, writing, homework, vitamins, water intake, workouts, sleep by a certain time. I think it was like 9. No meat, no dairy because I am vegan, journal, and 5 hours of sleep. So as you see, I only journaled for 1 day this month. This was March again. And then here's another thing I saw on Pinterest, the way to track the moods. So with different color markers, I drew a little design, and I would color in the end of them for every day. So this was the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, just like that for every day of the month. And this would be my my monthly reading log. I wanted to read a minimum of 2 books a month. I usually do about 3 or 4, but a minimum of 2. So I'll put like a cutout of the picture of the book and a little bit of information about it, the 2 books for the month. This is what I call my knockout list, which is basically a to-do list. I write down, this is what I need to do, and then I cross it out when I'm done, nothing special. This is where I try to draw my monthly overview. These are the things that I needed to get in these little blocks, but as you can see, my handwriting is atrocious. I am a left-handed person. I think I was supposed to be a doctor because this is ridiculous. My handwriting is horrible. I write huge, so there's no way this was going to fit in here. So I ended up writing in this little section that I guess would be a note section in a normal planner, but it just looks tacky to me. So I was like, we're just going to skip that. A couple blank pages, and you can tell I'm losing interest in this bullet journaling deal because things just start looking half done. Again, 2 words, a quote to begin the month. This one was going to be Ida B. Wells. There's a quote from her. And then again, tracker, mood tracker, reading list, some things on my knockout list that I needed to do. And see, it just gets worse and worse. So I found out very early on that bullet journaling was not in my cards, because though I love the creativity that it allows, camera focus please. Though I love the creativity it allows, I think it was too much for me because I am in a master's program, creative writing master's program. I'm a mother of 2. I own and operate my own daycare. I am a wife. I have a lot going on. So to find the time to sit down, and I don't mean this in a bad way to any people out there who have found their peace with journaling, with bullet journaling, but I don't have the time, or I couldn't find the time or make the time to sit down every day or every week or every month and draw out my my plans. So this didn't work for long. And if you guys hear Retreat's about to start playing, I do live on base and I'm in the garage, so everything echoes. Be prepared for that. This is something I purchased off of Amazon. This is my teacher planner, obviously. And this was like $8.84 from Amazon. Very, very cheap. And I don't mean that in quality wise, I just mean that in price wise. I don't know what this binding is called. I would say perfect, but it doesn't lie flat when I open it. So it's just a normal bound, see if that focuses, a normal bound book. And it's all my sensitive information, but this is the front of it. Again, and this is just a little legend that I wrote, you know, to identify what kids are over 2, what kids are under 2, such and such. I can list birthdays and all of that on these. These are separated by month. And it gives you the important dates in that month, and then it gives you some spaces to write important dates that you may have during your planning. So this was undated when I purchased it. So it starts with July, but obviously we were at the end of November when I purchased this. So I decided not to use November for 2019. I think I got this on like November 22nd. There was no need to use the last week of the month. So I decided to start with December. So these are these are just first names. First names are of all the kids that I have in care. And then here's a little, you know, note section, exactly what it says, something very basic of some things that I need to remember because I don't have room to write them in here. And I went all the way through to 2020, and then for those beginning months, I did them also for the year 2020. So it goes in the middle of the journal or notebook or planner to December, do all of December to January 2020, and then I start with July of 2020. Just so I got full use of this. So this is what I'm using currently for my daycare. This has none of my family information in it, none of my personal schedules or appointments or anything like that. This is just for my business, and it was again $8.84 off of Amazon. Now the last type of journal I tried to use is, I don't even know what size this is, but it's this little cute little thing, because writers know, all you writers out there, you know, you should always carry some sort of notebook on you, because short-term memory is a beast and she runs away and she is fast. So you need to have a little journal on you to write down those little amazing tidbits of character development or story or plot or whatever that hits you. So that's what I was using this for. But again, look at these pages. It's just bullet pages. I have to create everything and create the tables, and though I love the creativity, it's just too much for me. And when I buy things, I buy in bulk usually. So I have 2 of these. I used 4 pages in this one, and this is brand new. This was about 2 years ago. So those are going to come in handy somehow. I don't know how. But now to the whole reason y'all clicked on this video. It is time to do the unboxing. So now you see all of the stuff that I did previously and how it didn't work. Now we are going to do this deal right here. All right, let me get something to cut this open because I am unprepared and didn't bring scissors. Oh, there's scissors right here. Yes. All right, got scissors. Hopefully this video isn't too long, but if it is, somebody will put in the comments, unboxing starts at this many minutes and this many seconds. Which I love when people do that, because sometimes I don't want to hear people talk for 10 minutes before they do what I clicked on the video for. You know, I get it. I get it. All right, here we go. Here is my unboxing of the Plum Paper Planner. This is the A5 horizontal priorities. I ordered it November 16th and I received it today, November 30th. Now, if you have not customized a planner or purchased a planner from them, please be sure that you have no type of innuendos, no type of profanity, no type of negativity, because they will not print it. The reason I received it so late is because in one of the customizable spots, and I'll show you, I put write that, and I spelled SH exclamation mark T, because I don't curse, but in residency we had that little slogan that we lived by for 3 weeks. So I wanted that in the planner, and I received this very nice email that said, we don't print profanity. Basically, we know what you're trying to say with that exclamation mark. And they asked me to change it. So yeah, make sure you don't put any type of craziness in there. Okay, You ever get so excited your hands start getting cold? That's where I am right now. All right, let's see. Nice bubble wrap. My kids are gonna love that. All right, let's see what we got in here. This plum paper cover material, water resistant, tear proof, rigid and sturdy. Simple. Try me. Oh, I always accept a challenge. Oh. They are right on. It does not, and I'm trying to. Does not rip. Let's see how it does with scissors, just because I have them here. Obviously it's gonna cut, but oh, it cuts so clean. Oh, I like that. I need some construction paper like this. Anyway, stop being weird, Karen. Okay. Here we have get your products for free. Shows you different ways to do that. I'm not gonna read all this. You can freeze your cameras and look at that when you feel like it. Some free stickers. We have vacay, which I've never been on. Hello, lovely. Ta-da. Don't forget. You're doing great. Some very positive affirmations. You got this. Let's cruise. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, some pretty cool things. Some free stickers. I did not pay for these. Came free with the package. And here is the planner. Here she is, guys. All right. Okay, look at that. That's my guy. If y'all don't know who Flossie Carter is on YouTube, please go look him up because he is hilarious when he does unboxings. He does. He says stuff like pluck them and file them when it comes to stuff like this, because this isn't what you clicked on the video for. Like when he's unboxing a phone, he'll open the little, you know, where it has a manual and stuff. He'll say, all right, you guys see this is the manual, blah blah blah. Pluck them and file them, and just toss them to the side because they're not important in the moment. So yeah, sorry, Susan, I love you, friend. So all of that's not important. Pluck it and file it. Okay. He also says if he likes something, it's a major, major, major go. Flossie, if you ever see this, that is all out of admiration and respect. I'm not making fun of you. It's amazing. My husband and I love your videos. But anyway, here is my planner, guys. Isn't she gorgeous? I'm going to move this so the glare goes away. But this is like a little plastic cover to keep this protected, even though it doesn't rip, even though it doesn't tear, even though it doesn't do all that other stuff. This is just a little bit of added protection to keep it safe. I appreciate that, Plum Paper. Thank you. And here it is. So those are my initials. I opted to put the year up top, but you can opt not to do that. The very bottom says, I'm going to read it to you because you can't see it. Dream big. To do what is impossible, you have to change what is possible. The only way you will fail is if you quit. So those were my choices. You get 3 lines of text to put there. Weekly planner. This is basic. All planners have that. You write your information in front. This is a pretty cool section where you write your special dates for each month. So it's dated out by month, January to December, and you can write your special dates in here. Okay, here's another thing where you can basically do the same thing, write your ideas, plans, and goals, but it's not dated. So you don't have to put January here. You don't have to put anything like that. It's just some extra space for you to make some notes, I guess. It's pretty cool little, I don't know what this is. It's thicker than construction paper, I'll say that. I'm not very up on the planning community's jargon, but it's thicker than construction paper and it's shiny. Whatever y'all call that, there you go. I do like that it says the month. That's awesome. Just in case I can't see the tab. That was not sarcasm. I'm really saying I like this. Here is the monthly highlight section. I'm assuming this is for, this is for each month. You get 3 goals or 3 reminders, 3 of your major reminders for the month maybe. You put those up here. Birthdays, events, and things to remember. I like this, but I don't understand why birthdays, events, and things to remember on the month when I can also do them here. It's kind of like double duty because these are also for special dates. You can put birthdays and all that stuff here or here, but to have it, it just seems like we could have done something else with this space. Maybe, I wish they would have allowed you to customize this. They don't, but I wish this part was customizable because I don't know that many people to have birthdays here and on the other pages that I just showed, but you know, whatever. Page of notes, I like it. Month at a glance, okay. This is pretty cool. Got my note section. The next month. Okay. It's a little small, but I did order the A5, so I can work with this. So here's the horizontal priorities layout. So this is grayed out because the 30th and the 31st, which is what this says if you can't read it, the 30th and 31st is from December. So any portions of the at a glance, weekly at a glance, or week at a glance, whatever, any portions that are from a previous month will be grayed out. And any, I did mention I have kids, so if y'all hear squealing, I promise they're having fun, they're not being tortured. Okay. It's from a previous month, and then the actual dates that are from the current month will be in whatever color that month is in, if that makes sense. So yeah, I can use this and, you know, transfer something over from my last 2 days of December, or I can make this a sticker area or decorate this and doodle or whatever. And then this is where January starts. Now I did customize this, and I put goals this week, and I'm going to list them here. I have a quote because I live by quotes. Let me zoom out. Quotes here because I live by quotes, and then things that I want to make a habit. So writing every day, reading every day, maintaining a dairy-free, plant-based lifestyle, those kinds of things. And I can mark, yay, I did it on Monday, yay, I did it on Tuesday, oops, I messed up on Wednesday, that kind of thing. I'm not going to go through every day or every month. The months are laid out exactly the same. There's a note page, and then this thing, and then the month at a view, and then week at a view. But I did do some add-ons, and I want to show you that. I'll show you that in January. So I added on a sheet of grid paper. I don't know why I did that. I think I was just excited to be able to add whatever I wanted to add. I was like, ooh, grid paper, go. So yeah, because I just said I hated grid paper because I have to draw on it, and I hate drawing. Well, only because I'm bad at it. But anyway, grid paper. And then this is the budget section. I did decide to add that. You do have the option of adding these things at the end of the entire planner, but I decided to add mine at the end of every month because I do a monthly budget, and I don't want to have to flip, okay, let me go back to the budget section for January, and then flip to January and budget for February, and then flip. I don't want to do all that. So I added the budget at the end of every month, and it wants you to put information about your monthly income, monthly budget, checking account, savings account, debt goals, savings goal, budget goals, notes, and then fixed periodic expenses. I also put a prayer add-on at the end of each month. Scripture and reflection, praise and gratitude, answered prayers, all of them. That's what I'm going to write, all of them, even if it's not right now. I'm from the South, y'all. So there's a song that says, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. So this is always going to say all of them. Answered prayers, all of them. All right, scripture and reflection, praise and gratitude, answered prayers. Again, what's that? Oh, it's dated. Okay, sorry, I'm dumb. All right, so this is one day, and this is another day. As you see, I have not done this before. All right, and my last add-on was the reflection at the end of each month. So the past month in 3 words, choose your 3 words, you got 3 boxes, and then you do like a short wellness check on yourself. Happiness, calmness, productivity, fulfillment, energy, health. I finished, top 3 things I did, top 3 foods I ate, top 3 places I went, and top 3 things I read or watched. And lastly, the most memorable part of the month. On the back of that, you can talk about your monthly goals, main goal, progress made, how you succeeded this month, how you can improve your next month, and steps to reach improvement. So again, I'm not going to go through every month because that would be ridiculous. My months are set up the same. Those 3 add-ons on the back of every month. And I do like the colors. So purple for the winter, I guess the winter months. And then we have the spring and summer and fall and all of those color setups. I don't know if the colors are supposed to be reflecting the season, but they're pretty cool. And on the very back, we have the 2021 U.S. holidays. We have a contact log. I'm going backwards, but I'm a manga reader, so bear with me. And we have our passwords. I do want to make note and say that if you do use your planner to maintain your passwords, good for you. I'm all for it. However, do not lose your planner, because you have your banking information, your password information, your, I mean, everything is in here. People who probably don't want their contacts getting out, all their information. Just be very careful. If you decide, I don't think I'm going to put my passwords in here because, you know, it just doesn't feel secure for me. I'm a retired vet. I need some kind of Privacy Act coverage information. This does not seem secure, so I will not be using either of these pages. I will probably color over them or cut out a piece of paper and glue it down to cover this up and do something else with these pages, but this just doesn't feel quite right to me, so I'm going to leave those pages alone. I would hope they would make these optional, because I know I'm not the only one that doesn't want to put my passwords and my contacts in one book that could possibly get lost. So I wish these were optional, but they are not. Plum Paper, think about that. Try to make these optional, because not everybody wants all their business in their planners. I know that sounds weird because you're planning, but anyway. U.S. holidays, there's a list of them for 2021, 2020, 2021, and 2022, which is pretty awesome. And 2021 at a glance, there's this cute little pocket folder, which I can, boom, put my little handy dandy free stickers in here. Yes, sir. Put those in there. And it's two-sided. And I also opted to get 3 of these vinyl sheet protector things. So that's my planner, guys. I am so, wait a minute, I need you to close. There we go. I'm so excited. I'm very excited to use this puppy. I unfortunately have because you can select your start date. I selected mine to start January of 2020 because when I ordered it, I wasn't thinking. So I wish I would have done December of 2019 so I could start using it now. But I guess I'll just have to I'll print out a little, you know, couple free printables for a monthly calendar. I'm gonna move this again. Monthly calendar, so I can at least get used to the planning part for December, and come January I'll be able, you know, to be a little bit more comfortable with it. I started with PPP, Plum Paper Planner, because of a friend. She speaks highly of them and their system, so I wanted to jump on. When I was looking into this, I researched price. There were 2 things that were most important to me: price and the functions. I'm not trying to spend $150, sorry Kiki K, but no, I'm not trying to spend $100, $150 on a planner, and I wanted to make sure it did what I needed it to do. So those are my 2 things: price and function. I considered Erin Condren, but she was on her planners, and Kiki K were on the side of too much price-wise, so I didn't want to do that. I looked at Happy Planner, which I love Happy Planner because they're so available. I can go to Michael's and pick one up right now, but I am not a colorful, you know, whimsy kind of girl, and the Happy Planners are so decorated. It's too much. I didn't see, and correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments or somewhere, I didn't see a Happy Planner that was, you know, this isn't basic, but it's not, I mean, they have these big, huge divider things with like colors and scribbles and all kinds of, no. So I didn't see one that didn't have all that on it. If I did see one, I probably would have tried Happy Planner for a little bit, but I didn't see it, and they were way over decorated. I also saw Reflections at Michael's, and I didn't go with them because they didn't have the things that I wanted. They had them in separate planners, but I didn't find one that was all together. So I wanted to make sure I had all those add-ons that I mentioned in here, and the price wasn't going to break the bank. And when I looked at Plum Paper planners, they were a great price, they were customizable, and they had amazing add-ons. I'm talking, you could add on meals and I don't know, blogs and social media stuff and just all kinds of add-ons. It's redonkulous in the best possible way. So as my dude Flossie would say, this is a major go. At least go design a Plum Paper Planner on their website just to see how awesome it is to say what you want, or to identify what you want and need in a planner and be able to just add it. There are additional charges for some of the add-ons. Keep that in mind. So you may be able to add the Reflections page in a separate section in the back or after every month, but it may be, I don't know, $5 for the entire year to add a reflection page, or $3.75 for the prayer section, or whatever for the budget section. So the add-ons aren't free, but the price of the planner itself isn't. I think just to start, bare minimum, this was 32 bucks. So, and that's great compared to even at Michael's getting a happy planner or a reflection. My camera cut off on me, but anyway, I think I was getting long-winded and my camera was like, girl, stop. Anyway, this is a great planner. Go to the website, customize your own, just to see how much freedom you have, how much creative freedom you have to create something that you will be able to use. Plum Paper is not telling you what you need, they're telling you what they offer, and you get to choose, and that's a beautiful thing. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, share it, or don't. I really don't care. I hope you learned some information that you wanted, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out. Peace, love, and hair grease.